The Sky 6 crew, pilot Jared Pache and photojournalist Hadid Bazama, you guys spotted all of this, and you see lots of things every day, but sometimes it comes down to these emergency moments that you come across. How did that happen?
It was just a lot of luck, actually. Yeah, we were actually called out on an assignment for a beach shrimping boat. And when we got there, we saw, like, from the coast, because we can see a little bit further with the camera, I saw a shrimping boat, and I was like, maybe that's it. Maybe they got loose, and the scene's over already. As soon as we got there, past the hotels, I saw the plane in the water, and I'm like, there's a plane in the water. I was like, did they mean plane? I mean, instead of shrimping boat? Is that what they thought?
Did I hear it differently?
Yeah, so.
And it's interesting because we have a speaker in the newsroom where we communicate with you guys, and it was just a quick moment of, I think there's a plane in the ocean, and then all of a sudden we turn, and that's the shot that we saw.
Yeah.
So how was the feeling where you're watching these lifeguards pulling this gentleman out of the plane?
It was surreal. It's definitely not something you expect to see, and most of the times when we come up on a scene, the action has already happened. Maybe we'll get a little bit of like the ambulance going away, but it was just a complete surprise and shock for both of us. And you don't really think about it in the moment, but you're just like, oh my God, like this is gonna be great.
And we were watching this unfold live on air as you guys were above the scene. And I know you called this in to the Coast Guard and you kind of helped, it was a team effort in getting all this out, right?
I only just contacted the tower at Daytona. Okay. I was already on the frequency. I was inside their airspace, so that's who I'm supposed to be talking to. And considering it's inside the airspace, they should have already known, but they had no idea. So I just told Daytona that, hey, you got a crashed aircraft in the water here. From there, it went into more details about the aircraft. What type is it? Anything I can give them. Tail number eventually came up. And from there, they contacted further. So that's how the information pretty much just went down the line.
It really was incredible to watch those lifeguards spring into action and how they were able to do this. And a lot of times with something like this, you don't see a great outcome. I mean, this gentleman walked away or swam away unharmed from this. That was incredible to watch all that. What was it like for you to be right there seeing all of this unfold?
It's really exciting, and I'm really glad that it worked out where the pilot was safe. Like I said, most of the time when we go out, it's not a happy ending to a story. You see a lot of grim and grisly things on the street, especially from up above.
Of course.
So it was a different feeling this time. It was like, okay, they're rescuing him. Everybody's gonna be okay. This is a happy ending to this story.
And you were also saying that it was very impressive of how intact the plane was. You said that it took a lot of maneuvering and a lot of skill to get that plane down and in one piece.
Well, especially with the way the wheels are, they stick underneath the aircraft, so before the aircraft actually makes contact with the water, you have a lot of drag from those wheels hitting the water. Oh, wow. So usually planes tend to flip straight over when it hits the water. Considering this plane was still upright, the wings were all intact, it looked like he had just done a perfect water landing, and we must have missed the actual contact with the water by less than a minute. I mean, they were just taking the guy out of the cab. So, but looking at the aircraft, I kind of wish I got to see it because it looked like it was a great water landing. I would probably commend him on his ability to land on the water. The wing ended up ripping when they were towing it with the jet ski. Other than that, it looked in perfect condition for a water landing. So.
Yeah, and that's something that, you know, your perspective as a pilot, obviously you could know how difficult that is, where someone like us are just like, oh, he landed on the water, where you understand what skill that took.
Especially with the waves right there, the water's not flat. So land's usually flat, usually where you're landing, so it's definitely an added difficulty to landing an airplane that's already the most difficult stage of flight. So.
Well, Jared, Hadid, thank you for your great work, and we'll let you go so you can get out there and see what you can come across today for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.